aren't we always alive? You're alive, right? Because if you're a ghost, I should be leaving. Because if I'm seeing ghosts, then there's obviously a problem wrong with me. You know, I see you, Ron. I see you. What's up, guys? They're rushing me. They're like, oh my God, we're rolling. Guys, Mark, hurry up. But I've done this for so long, guys. Welcome. Make some noise for yourselves for coming out tonight. Yes. We are here once again at the Loisaida Center with the Nuyorican Poets Cafe open mic. But this one is going to be a little special one, you feel me? And I'm not talking about like a 420 special, okay? Don't worry. You may feel euphoric. You may feel inspired. You may feel like you're in space a little bit. But I promise, it's not 420, it's just the vibes. And to explain that is going to be the coach of the Nuyorican Poets Slam team, McPherson. So McPherson, make your way up here and let them know what that special sauce is about.
I was gonna come up this early. Thanks for giving me some of your time. So yo, give it up for Soul one time. Host with the most. So today is special. I'm very excited to see you guys rock the open mic, see what y'all been working on. So it's special in that regard. We'll never see this group of poets do this again. Very cool. But in addition to that, we're going to have a poetry slam. In case anybody isn't familiar with that term, a slam is a competition where poets duke it out with their craft. And this is not a friendly exhibition match. I mean, we're friends, you know, don't get me wrong, but we're also out for blood. Right, yeah, look what it says, yeah. We're here, we're friends. And so they will be fighting for a slot on the Nuyorican Poets Cafe's Slam team, where we will go compete against other teams from all across the nation and, give them the blueprint for the poems that they steal next year. All right? So we need to help them out. So let's hurry up and form this team so that the rest of the nation knows how to follow suit. But before that, let's get this open mic popping, okay? Yeah. All right. Please welcome back Soul.
Thank you. I'm one of those, like, I like to get the important stuff out the way first, you know what I'm saying? And then after that, I can tell you all the other boring stuff. So as you know, the exits is right there to the back. If you need the restroom, just go outside, make that first right. We got restrooms for everybody. Please wash your hands before you come back, okay? When you step up on the stage, you know, just give us yourself. Give us a piece of you. Give us the spark. Give us your joys, your sorrows, your pain. Give us what you was feeling 2 months ago. Give us what you were feeling 5 years ago. You know what I'm saying? Give us what you're feeling right now, because we're right here and we are right now, and that's all we got. You know what I'm saying? Everyone's going to get 4 minutes. This is raffle style, so pray to the gotcha gods and hope that your number is called. You feel me? That's how we, just keep the community here and keep it alive. And when I say you are on deck, that means you're coming up next, all right? Y'all understand that? On deck means next. Can we say that? On deck means next. All right, that's what I'm talking about. Wow, that was first try. I forget. The poets is in the building. Hold on, wait, let me chill. The poets is in the building. Let me stop. Let me act like I know. So let me figure out who's gonna go first, and then we're gonna figure out who's on deck. And then I might, Chris, did you find that? Yep. Oh, you found that? Okay. So you found something. So I might do a little something first. I feel like the world is on fire. You know what I'm saying? And I'm working on something with one of my friends. And basically what I'm gonna give y'all is just a freestyle, because I'm in this here and now kick. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna just give y'all a little something that we worked on a little bit, but you really won't know where I freestyle. Like, I hope. But right after that, we're going to have Anik Adele. I said that right? Anik Adele? Okay, Anik Adele, you're going to be the first one to go up after I do my little serenade. I can't sing, though. I'm lying. And then on deck after Anik will be Liam Gannon. I said that right? Yeah. Right? All right, cool. Listen, I didn't want to mess up. Didn't I mess it up last time? If y'all know, I mess up names. That's how it is. But are y'all ready for another cool night? Yeah. Now, we used to have this ritual. I don't know how many times I'm going to do it again, but the ritual when we were at the Nuyorican Poets Cafe is like, we pay ode to the spirits. We pay ode to the fallen ones, to the people who put their blood, sweat, and tears to build that cafe that we once stood in, and met the people we know today, that we once stood in and put our 10,000 hours in, you feel me, towards our craft. And every night we would just do this. We would make as much noise as possible so our ancestors could feel it from the grave. They could feel it from the spirits, and they could be like, who's calling us? Let me go see what they're doing real quick. So without further ado, Nuyorican Poets Cafe, make some noise. Your ancestors can't hear you. Nuyorican Poets Cafe, make some noise. Loisaida Center, make some noise. Make them feel it, make them hear it, make them breathe it. Yes. All right, without further ado, I'm just going to get right into it. I'm gonna stay in wholesome one, and I'm gonna hold this stuff if y'all don't care. Is that okay? Y'all don't really care, right? All right. You got that right. So this is called. We haven't figured it out yet, but the concept is we all are aware that the true evil are showing their faces finally. So the world is in a little boiling. Like, why do they call America a melting pot? You know what I'm saying? The fire is here, and we need to not panic. We need to guide each other through this fire. You feel me? Stop, drop, and roll. Stop, drop, get low with your people, and roll out. Because there's another place where we can be, within ourselves and within our community. My fault, you could drop that. That is not it. Hold on. No, I sent you sci-fi.
Oh, that hasn't come in yet. I got Sid's song. Sorry, Sid.
All right, so this is what we're going to do. We're going to solve the technical difficulties. I'm not going to put him on fire, all right? I'm going to save it. But without, let me see. Anik, you don't need nothing, right? You look like you're ready to go. He's like, Well, don't worry. We are ready for you. Everyone, without further ado, make some noise for our first performer of the night. Anik Adele making their way to the stage. On deck, we have Liam Gannon.
All right. Cold opening. I got this, right? Well, I'm not a poet, so let's start there. I'm a comedian, and we're gonna start with something funny, yeah? Yeah. All right. This mic is so weird. Anyway, I'm originally from Germany. Thank you. It's getting more popular, right? It's getting a little bit more popular. No? I feel like you guys are surpassing us. You know what I mean? Like you're getting there. At least I'm getting a lot of questions now, from people like, "How was it in your days?" I'm like, "Phew, you mean the beer? What are you talking about?" It's bad. It's bad. Even I'm concerned. You know what I mean? And if a German is concerned, you should be concerned. Okay. I got a lot of shit when I started stand-up comedy. People were like, German comedians, do they even exist, I was like, what are you there's so many very popular, famous comedians in Germany, right? Do you guys know them? Like Michael Mittermeier, Dieter Nuhr, Henning Wehn. You don't? What the fuck? They're famous. Like, Dieter Nuhr, like Jerry Seinfeld is the Dieter Nuhr of. Does that make sense? Anyway, I'm trying to spread the word so hard. I don't think it's working. Thank you. We invented the funny. Okay. I used to be a girl too. I'm just gonna shock you tonight. All right. Thank you. One fan. Okay. Not what my mom. Oh, okay. The sound just went up. I feel like I'm in church right now. Is that weird just for me, the sound, or is it just louder? It's perfect? Aw, thank you. See, I used to be a girl, and now I'm dabbling in male world, and I get to connect to all the genders. I love that, Isn't that the crazy? Like, I can be like, oh my God, I love your scarf, girl. Where did you get that scarf? That looks amazing, And you're like, you're right there, right? But I can also be with the guy, hey, what's good, man? Hey, and they're like, it's a good. Just be transgender, I think, is what I'm saying tonight. Just be that. It's very interesting. I used to be a girl, and 2 years ago is when I transitioned. And it's interesting that for years and years I was raised in girl world and know everything about that, right? And now I get to learn everything there is about guy world, It took me a day or two. It wasn't that much. That much to learn, Mainly it's don't talk in the bathrooms. That's it, That's it. Which I didn't know. I feel like they're still workshopping the joke, but The not talking in the bathroom took me a little bit because I thought, I was used to that. Girls, we go, right, we're in the bathrooms, we're like chitty-chatty, gossiping about everything, And then I was going to the male bathrooms at some point. I was like, I saw my buddy in there. I'm like, hey, what's good? And I started chatting him up and standing next to the urinal, and being like, hey, what are you doing on the weekend? And he was like he couldn't handle it, And then he goes, we don't speak in the bathrooms. I'm like, you're still mansplaining shit to me? Okay. All right. What else? I see both sides. That's interesting. I went to the gym lately, and I realized that I'm checking myself out in the mirror like all the dudes do, And I'm like, I was flexing my triceps, like and I was like, wow, you're a dude now. But then I still see a girl's perspective when a dude doesn't clean the saddle of a stationary bike, right? Because girls extrapolate. They see you not cleaning the bike. They're like, you're not cleaning your balls. No, thank you. That's it. That's it. So I'm cleaning seats for like 7 minutes. I'm like, hi. All right. I feel like I'm doing 7 hours up here, but it's okay. I'm just going to keep going. Basically, I just want to be a gender interpreter. I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to interpret shit for you because sometimes you don't understand each other, so I'm trying to help, Like, for instance, when heterosexual people don't know how to decide on dinner. Is that the... Oh, shit. Okay. I'm sorry. I didn't know that. Well, you were a great crowd. Thank you so much. You can find me in Germany. And also on Instagram at Anika Dell. Thank you.
We have to use the timer now because we couldn't figure out the light. So we had to make it as loud as possible just in case, you know what I'm saying? Because we got this battle, you know what I'm saying? And we trying to see him. You know what I mean? Like, so I did the raffle on the side, and Mariah Scott, you will be on deck after Liam Gannon. Yes. And this is that whole fire situation. Mind you guys, I apologize. I'm not a singer and I cannot sing. So can y'all forgive me beforehand? Is that cool? Just go for it. All right. You could. You a singer? No. I am not a singer. You can play it. This is still yet to be named, but this is just, fire. I'll see you in Germany. Is this allowed to stick a go? I know there's a volume limit. You know how artists are. All right. That's allowed to stick a go? All right, run it back. That was my nerves. I'm fucking with y'all. Here we go again. Here we go. Here we go again. Here we go. Here we go again. Here we go again. Yeah, the world is on fire. And the temperature's a little higher. I know. Wait, yo, hold on. Chris, what is the issue? Like, it went up and then you lowered it. Is there, what's the happy medium? Because like as an artist, like it's so tough, like when we're up here and so I'm saying this for the other artists because I know my brother, where's he at? He be performing and you be like, so can we find like a medium? So I got to be an artist right now, you know what I'm saying? Like we sensitive with our art, you feel me? Like, I'm just like, y'all heard that, right? I was like, oh, that's a cool level. But then when it started, it was like, I was like, how am I supposed to give them the heat? No, I got you. Is it control? Control better not play with me. All right, cool. Is that it? Can it go a little higher? Okay, got you. Okay. All right, I got you. I'm gonna just do it. Here we go again. Yeah, the world is on fire and the temperature's a little higher. I know what is about to transpire. We've been here before. Here we go. Take me, break me, burn me down to ash. Temper me and put me back to glass. All right, I can't do it. The beat is not right. I'm sorry, guys. Yeah. No. I can't. As an artist, I strictly cannot. I'm so sorry. So yes, Liam, you ready? I refuse to give. I refuse to give you guys a subpar product. I refuse. I won't do it because the volume can't get louder. That's what, I'm a man of cause and effect. So I do apologize, everyone. I do apologize. But if anybody wants to hear the sample, I promise you, if you would like to hear it, I'll airdrop it to you. But just don't leak that shit, okay? I got a little sample in my pocket. So without further ado, huh? Nah, I need y'all to feel it. You don't know what I'm saying? All right. Just play it again, I guess. All right, fine. The sister here. She got a smile you can't refuse. All right, fine. But I'm gonna just sing it low because I can't sing it with the energy I want. So I'm gonna adjust it to the track if that's cool with y'all. All right, cool. Sorry, I'm just like full artist mode 2025. Doechii taught me, she taught me just be an unapologetic artist, just do it. You know what I'm saying? So I guess we will do it the toned down version.
Thank you.
I'll try. No, thank you, sister. I almost gave up on myself. Thank you. So you can play that. Here we go again. I'm gonna just sing it low, all right? Here we go again. Here we go again. Damn it. Here we go again. All right. Here we go again. Yeah, the world is on fire and the temperature's a little higher. I know what is about to transpire. I've been here before. Here we go. Temper me, burn me down to ash. Put me, break me, paint me back to glass. Reinforce, hoping for impact. Hoping I don't shatter, hoping I don't. Hoping I maintain, hoping I don't break, hoping I don't crack. Hoping I don't change, hoping I don't strain, hoping I don't even have love up in my heart no more. Only this rage and this fire in store. They said if you holding on, that is just cold. I said I'm not holding it, I threw it in the stove. Chef it up, call me Jonah Ryder. Hit the spot, yeah, I feed the soul. Everybody no, I'm not for the institutions. I'm just here for the beautiful souls. Since day one, I always pay my people. I swear to God that had made me evil, but all my mama's prayers really came and saved my soul. I took all my gangsters and we went and hit the road. Now all we do is community work. Ace know he been to a couple of them shows. Mariah know she been to a couple of them shows. Everybody know so. Here we go again, yeah, the world is on fire and the temperature's a little higher. I know what is about to transpire. I've been here before, here we go. Take me, break me, burn me down to ash. Temper me and put me back to glass. Reinforce, ready for impact. Hoping I don't shatter, hoping I don't crack. Hoping I maintain, hoping I don't break, hoping I don't crack. Hoping I don't change, hoping I maintain, I'm hoping I don't. Here we go, brought about the fire. And then this part, I'm gonna have my friend sing, she's gonna be like, fire, here we go, right on through the fire, here we go, going through the fire. We have been here before, here we go, back into the fire. Reinforce one more time, go. I know the anti-villain is back, what you really mean. Souls knows, he know the original, so here it go. Before you go, fund your rapper's new Lamborghini. Before you go, fund your favorite rapper's new mansion. Look at where you at with your people on the streets. How much longer are we gonna feed the rich? When we gonna start putting it back to us? When are we start gonna go back to trust? I don't even know, I'm insane on this world. There's no more love up in my heart, just that hatred, just that anger, just that violence, but I will not use it against all my people. I am evil for my people. If they can't throw that fist, I will cast that stone. And again, that wasn't fully it, but I'll be doing this live band open mic. I'm gonna plug it real quick. Y'all can come see me doing. We gonna jam out real loud. And if you want to see that, holler at me. Follow my Instagram, ORGSOLPREME. Thank you for that. Thank you, sister, again. I'm gonna get your Instagram. We gotta stay in touch. I'm like a consultant. And I'm gonna figure out how to get you paid for talking and motivating people, because like everybody. I'm like Spider-Man. Everybody get one free, and I got you. So without further ado, Liam, come up to the stage. Make some noise for Liam Gannon making his way. Thank you, Liam, as well. He was like, no, just go.
Performances. We just had 2 performances, and they fucking slapped back to back. I love our little German comedian over here, lovely, and that switch up on the beat. Obviously, yeah, I know, right? Like I felt that in my soul, honestly. And I'm ginger, so I don't have a soul, but God, I felt that. If I did have one, I'd feel it right here. Trust me. So I'm not here to do comedy. I'm here to do poetry, but I guess they kind of go hand in hand a little bit. So I gotten broken up recently, and I'm bringing down the heat a little bit. I'm not making this fun anymore. I'm sorry. But I have been spending the past week trying to write a piece about it, and I just couldn't figure it out. And I finally finished it today. And I find that procrastination and saving it to the last minute, that phrase coal will turn to diamond underneath pressure. I feel that. Again, in the place where my soul should be. But the idea that you're just kind of under pressure and then your best work comes out, for me is my best feat. And so I wanted to write something about this person who I still love, but know it's not for the best. And so I'd simply titled this piece, Aftermath, Afterglow. New shit. Yes, I'm sorry, it's new shit. I just literally new shit today. I know. God, I've been doing this for so long. You'd think I would know how to say that now. The room is a tomb without the corpse. All shadows and sentiments, all grieving and guilt. In the corner is a small glow where you used to stand. And if I bury myself in that space, if I breathe quietly, weep softly, I can almost hear the heartbeat that connected you to me. Now fragments in my sanity, and now dreams in my sleep. Suffering isn't the hard part. Suffering without you is. The part that hurts is not the past once lived, but the future that never will be. Because it's not seeing you go that pains me, it's the hope that you may still come back. Who do I dress for now? Vying eyes, now looking another way in tears. Who do I rush home for? The room becoming empty, only holding the ghost of myself. Who do I talk to in the morning first, last in the evening? Now that my person is gone, silence filling my mouth and ears and heart. What heart-stricken sickness keeps you locked in the moment? Is it the love letters in your closet? My truths no longer believed until it was too late? Is the clothing you wrap yourself in? My smell still near, fading with each day as our love does? Is it the rose I gave to you before we both started to wilt? Somehow, in the most twisted way, lasting longer than our love ever could? I feel sick, disgusted and bloated and too full of myself, my heart in my throat that refused to speak anything else but your name. So much in a simple word, now never gracing my lips, but an abject agony, only spoken in regards to a past I may forget, and a future I can only imagine, if love was only a little more perfect. And if I could just hold you for one more time, nothing else would matter. It would be you and I, and that would be enough. But now there is no you. Only a memory, only a figment, a ghost in my dreams, a shadow in my room, and a heaviness on my heart. An angel in passing, divine and distant, now and forever. What can I ever say that will be enough proof of our love in the seams of a poem that will never be shown to you? Thank you. Sorry. You can find me on Instagram. Oh God, the acoustics here. You can find me on Instagram at _orange_man. It's an old high school nickname. Thank you.
Wait, you said the Orange Man? The Orange Man? That's a nickname? That's better than mine. I got my nickname Soul in high school when I slipped in mud with a white coat and they were calling me shit out of luck. Like that. Yeah, it took me hanging out with all the Dominican kids to be like, get okay, no, it's Soul Poppy, like the sun. I was like, you know? Yo, that's so funny. Oh, man, I wish I had a cool name like that. All right. I chose the other ticket. So on deck, right after, we're going to have Mariah Scott. Right after Mariah Scott, we are going to have number 10, Maxim Ceiling. I said that right? Ceiling? Maxim Ceiling? Yeah. All right, Maxim Ceiling is on deck. Without further ado, everyone put your hands together. Make some noise for Mariah Scott, making her way back to the stage, returning to the Nuyorican Poets Cafe open mic, Loisaida Center. I'm running out of words. As she approaches the stage.
How we feeling tonight? Can y'all hear me? Yeah. Okay. My grandma never gave us toys on Christmas. Said anything I give you, you're going to outgrow. At the time, I never understood what she meant. I remember the first time my grandma gave me a book for Christmas. I tried to wipe the disappointment from my smile. As I unraveled a hardcover copy of a children's novel I had no intention on reading but tried to respect nonetheless, I was 7 and had hopes to uncover something I could create memories with. A 90s staple that could sit within the corner of my hand, but that year, it never came. I knelt next to my grandma's feet. As her hands gestured at the front cover of my book, she asked me if I read the title. Said I'm always quick to turn the page and have nothing to show for it. Said black girls have to make good use of their borrowed tongues just to navigate through this world and get others to respect them. And yet I had no idea how to make that exist within my existence. There were moments in my time Y'all mind if I start over? I'm sorry, this is being recorded, my bad. My grandma never gave us toys on Christmas. Said anything I give you, you're going to outgrow. At the time, I never understood what she meant. I remember the first time my grandma gave me a book for Christmas. I tried to wipe the disappointment from my smile. As I unraveled a hardcover copy of a children's novel I had no intention on reading but tried to respect nonetheless, I was 7 and had hopes to uncover something I could create memories with. A 90s staple that could sit within the palms of my hand, but that year, it never came. I knelt next to my grandma's feet. As her hands gestured at the front cover of my book, she asked me if I read the title. Said I'm always quick to turn the page and have nothing to show for it. Said black girls have to make good use of their borrowed tongues just to navigate through this world and get others to respect them. And it starts with understanding the pages in this here book. I tried to tell her. A book is still a book to me, well kept and unused. A placeholder that collects dust on my mother's shelf in her living room, another book to add to a library I was gifted but did not ask for at the time. I often overlooked hidden messages in my gifts. I searched for longevity in something that was only meant to bring temporary joy at the age of 12. My grandma gave me a skirt for Christmas. It was the first time she gave me something that I wanted, something that I would eventually outgrow. My face lit up like the garments on a Christmas tree as I tore my skirt from its wrapper and forced my hips into my lace black skirt as its waistline hugged me tightly. My grandma tried to wipe the disappointment from her smile as I learned to exchange her guidance for something that would soon expire. A year had passed and I found myself bursting out of its seams, trying to stitch myself back into a stretchable leather, tears swelling in my eyes as I realized that I was trying to make good use of grandma's gift. All I ever wanted was to be trendy like all the other black girls. But she knew black girls could dress themselves in the finest linen And society would still find a way to pick apart their bodies like they ain't worth nothing. She made it clear I was always worth something if I knew back then what I know now. That her time was limited, but her teachings will live on in my memory. I would carry her with me. For she was the greatest gift I was given but did not ask for. I make my own library of books now, each one with a story that reflects my own, about a Black woman who makes good use of grandma's gifts, who finally turned the page and has something to show for it. It's been a minute. I'm gonna get used to this again. It's been some years. All right. So if you want to follow me on my journey, you can follow me at Mariah, MARIAH, the letter N as in Nancy, SCOTT. Thank you.
All right, I'm liking it. Keeping that energy in motion. Let's see who's coming up. Oh, 2 tickets, but we could only choose one. All right, so on deck we have, what is this? AC Lightning. AC Lightning is on deck. Everyone put your hands together, make some noise for Maxim Seelig making their way to the stage.
I write songs. I'm not a poet or something like that, but like a week before visiting here, New York, I wrote that down. And it took me like 8 years to write it down. So yeah, that's me reading it. All right. My mother calls. It's late at night. She tells me that my father died. I jump around and scream so loud. Step out the train, fall on the ground. It's winter time. It's full of snow. My hands are burned, don't feel the cold. Alone out there, don't think it's true, until my sister tells me to. Her face is cold, her eyes don't lie. In front of me, she doesn't cry. It calmed me down, I love her so. At nights I heard her crying though. Oh, help me out, I want it good. I might have just misunderstood. I see his face everywhere. He talks to me, but he's not there. All right. That's it. Yeah. So yeah, I'm an artist. My name is Maxim Seelig. Y'all would probably pronounce him Maxim Seelig, because I'm from Switzerland. And yeah, well, that's it.
Where can we find you?
On Instagram, Maxim Seelig, MAXIMSEELIG. All right.
Listen, it's okay to sleep on things for years. Remember, Solange slept on her album for 8 years. Or was it 6 years? Remember that Solange album that came out? And everyone was like, oh, shit. And she was like, this is 6 years old, boo-boo. And we were like, damn, okay. So no matter how long it takes, just give it time. Don't force it. On deck, we're going to have Farrah on deck. I said that right? Yeah. Right? Nice. Perfect. All right, so before that, everyone put your hands together. Make some noise for AC Lightning making his way to the stage. For Jesus Christ.
What's up, y'all? Your love resembles the Mortal Kombat ladder. On each level, I had to fight different night watchmen guarding your sanctuary. As the last man who tried to champion your heart failed to carry the baton. Now I'm in this tournament to be the last man who would fumble your fragile love. I had to fight the coldness of your heart sub-zero offer. Jump through the rings of fire Scorpion threw at me. Had to walk through smoke and dark alleys to meet new Sidebot. You used to running with reptilians in this game until you got stung by one. So anytime someone gets close to you, you take your blades out in a fierce attack like Baraka. Cause the dudes that you been with shape-shift like Shang Tsung to be your man, only to take your soul like Quan Chi. And when you see flashes of the storm brewing, I bring the thunderclap on guard like Raiden. Spark the ground with lightning so no one can prepare for this rain. Cause I be nunchuck swinging, bicycle kicking, flute game, new flame. I could summons the dragon out the dungeons of Wu-Tang. My hands will smack fire out you like Luke Kang. And you call me the smoking gun ranger, walking through the dust bowl, pistol spinning, Aaron blacking on these dudes. I tip my hat off to you, then tee your head off with it like Kung Lao. And like Kung Lao. And this is where I step up to Shao Kahn, who represents your pushback for love. We could go toe for toe, or whether you got your foe, extra arms, whether you got your hammer or foe, extra arms like Garvo. I'm a survivor, got the eye of the tiger, got foe, extra arms in me like Kintaro. We could go blow for blow, could go 5 rounds or more until I hear finish him as I load up for my deadly combo. And even while I pose for the snapshot, cause that's the Johnny Cage in me. You pierce me with your Sonya blade off your mountain, fall into my fatality. Poem. That's to my Mortal Kombat lovers and all of that. So if you caught it, if you know, you know. Right about now, you can smell the aroma of the person who was once here. The man who used to be what we known him as is just a remnant of his former self. Pieces of what made this human being is falling like snowflakes. The Russian blood doesn't flow like liquid anymore. The well has run dry. The honeycomb has dripped his last drop of honey. The guitar strings has played his last pizzicato. Here we are today, ladies and gentlemen, as we lay to rest Andre Cheek, January 19th, 2014. We give a tribute to this man. And behold, a new person has come among us. Rose out of the water, new life like Lazarus, dripping with a new heartbeat. The same person who you knew by name, but now he moves differently. Shedding his skin after waking up from his chrysalis. After being touched by the words of God, he feels the winds of change as a cycle of generational curses has been broken. And now he points his arrow to a new rotation, causing a break on the new horizon. Oh, funeral me, I hope you can hear me. I once remembered this old beauty, and now I enjoy this beautiful eulogy. Being inspired by the words from the book of Ecclesiastes, I'm mature enough to know that there's a time for everything. There's a time to be broken down, then a time to be built back up. There'll be a time where I could mourn, be sad, and to cry. There'll be a time where we all have to die, but there's always a time for redemption. And God showed me the beauty through death, that there's always a new beginning. Poem. Tell a little short poems for y'all. What's up, y'all? Y'all good? Yeah? I also do music as well. I have some music out. It made 3 years since I dropped my second EP, Believe. So for some open mics I'll be going to, I'm performing songs off that track. If you want to follow me, I think you should, because I'm a dope person, and y'all should take your phones out and go to Instagram. My IG is DACLightning_. That is THEACLIGHT. I should pop up at that point because I'm the only AC Lightning. I have a show happening in February 28th in Brooklyn by the Taste and Sounds. They're doing like a showcase, artist showcase for the first time this year. I'll be doing that. I'm also going to be part of Harlem Bomb Shelter's 13-year anniversary. So if you want to come out and support Harlem Bomb Shelter as well as me, come through. I got more info if you want to chat it up and talk and all that good stuff. So New York's always a dope vibe. Thank y'all.
Fire in these hands like Luke Kang. For Christ, though. You know, I know. Me and AC Lightning go way back. All right. So on deck we will have Jade's poetic therapist. I said that right. Jackie. Who that? That's you, Jackie. Okay, Miss Jackie. Okay, Jackie's poetic therapist. All right. No wonder you told me to. Okay, all right, I'm excited. All right, you know what? All right, so let's keep it in motion without further ado. Everyone put your hands together. Make some noise for Farrah making her way to the stage. I can't roll my R's. Farrah.
Thank you. It's Farah, or Farah, if that's easier for you. I do prefer Farah. Okay, this poem was written not even that long ago, so it's kind of new shit. Okay, it's called False Hope. Oh, sorry, I'm gonna preface this with I've done the work and I feel better now, so no one cry. Okay, False Hope. I was convinced meeting you was serendipity. Reserved at first, eventually I dove head first. Into vulnerability, a feeling so foreign to me. Lacking its durability, still I embraced false stability. Let my feelings consume my mind, forget who I was when I was fine. How will I move on this time? I didn't want this. I didn't ask for you. But you were so convincing, yet full of deceit. Our so-called stability, a camouflage defeat. Now we are nothing but futile possibilities. Laced with hostility and ruined credibility, how the hell do I let go of false hope? I mope because I can, because life tomorrow isn't promised, hardly ever planned. And I can be sad if that's what lets my heart make sense of this ache. Will the weight I carry ever fade? Or am I destined to bear this shit always? I cradle my sorrow, let it breathe, let it scream, let it fucking seethe. A lesson wrapped in bitter disguise, bullshit lies. Truth unveiled through tear-filled eyes. In this ache, I find a piece of me. Shattered, yes, but still breaking free. False hope burned me, left me raw. A fragile glow with every flaw. I'll rise again, but damn, it's hard. Rebuilding a heart that's been torn apart. Stitch by stitch, though deeply marred. But tell me, why the hell does missing you still feel like home when I know I'm better off alone? Thank you. And you can find me on Instagram if you want. And if you want that, you can talk to me after and I'll just give it out. Thank you.
Let's make some more noise for Farah. Right. Let's keep it in motion. All right. So on deck, we are going to have Lainey. Lainey in the bit. Oh. Power to raffle. Power to raffle. Okay, so on deck, we got Lainey. But before that, everyone put your hands together. Make some noise for Jackie's poetic therapist making their way to the stage. My new best friend. Is this tall enough?
I think it's fine if y'all can hear me. Okay. Jackie, the poetic therapist, for those of you who don't know me, and I'm so happy to be here. Hi, beautiful people. Okay. Oh, thank you. All right. It's good? Get closer? I was trying to, I don't want to, okay. Okay, thank you. Okay. Corpulent fat cats running around with full bellies while starving out the masses, treating us like hemorrhoids and asses, like bastards, like we're dead, but we still gotta pay for our caskets. So puzzling, can't even afford to die in peace, only in pieces. So puzzling, but the vision is clear. Keep the rich rich enough for the poor to always feel poor, even when they're rich. Rich in the things that matter. Fool us into thinking we don't matter. Fool us into thinking we can't think for ourselves. Fool us into being fools. Fool us into thinking being a fool is cool. Fool us into thinking being cool is everything but who we actually are, until we no longer know who we are. This makes me hot but cool. How could I ever be anyone but me? That doesn't make any sense. I've been me since the beginning, but in the end, will I be me? Will I be free? Or will I be everything this world wants me to be? How can I live someone else's life and mine? That doesn't make any sense. Also, we all should have some things worth doing that don't make any sense, because money is everything and money is nothing, so you better find balance. Otherwise, off balance will be your default calibration. Uncalibrated and celebrating. This combo is an identified match in the category of oxymoronic. Not even oxy will be able to clean up the stains on your membrane. The strain on your membrane causes tension, headaches for days upon weeks until you're too weak to even speak on the strain on your brain that leaves you thinking about leaving this earth. This earth needs you. Don't leave it. Don't leave it hanging. This earth has left my people hanging from trees by their necks like leaves. So why wouldn't my poetry reflect my pleads to the people who need me, need God? Everybody needs God. Even atheists ask God to save them when they need safe haven. It's hot. Please believe in this trail that I'm blazing, and it feels so amazing to live in my purpose with purpose. I remember when depression first surfaced. Knocked me off surface, tried to take me off Earth's surface. Never again will I let this world run by fat cats of the rat pack who hate themselves, fool me into hating myself, or others who are just trying to live their life like me. We need to starve these fat cats and treat them like the dogs that they are. Show them they're barking up the wrong trees. If they come around you, if they come around me, get the fuck away from me. I ain't throwing you no more bones. Okay. All right. Oh, yeah, I already said that. Thank you. Thank you. Jackie, the poetic therapist.
Jackie, the poetic therapist. I didn't say it, but I'll be butchering names, so I'm sorry.
That's all right.
He know. The orange man know. I just can't now. Now it's just in my head. Like, but tell me if I can't say it. And I will not. Definitely. Always got to respect people first. All right? It's not about what we want to do. So on deck, we're going to have Brandon? Brian Fernandez. Your A looks like a D. Brian Fernandez. Okay, no worries. Look, I'm going to show it to somebody. Just so I know I'm not crazy. So Brian Fernandez, you're on deck. My fault. I'm like, Bryden? But before that, everyone put your hands together. Make some noise for Lainey making her way to the stage.
Oh, you're tall.
Hey, man.
Tater tot is crazy. Oh, shucks, thanks. I'm gonna do some like really new shit that I wrote like today. Like really new shit. So like just here's it is. My eyes are green 'cause I eat a lot of vegetables. It don't have nothing to do with your new friend. I don't care. I swear I'm too through with you. I am not delusional enough to have thought that this was love, just a hypersaturated hybrid of lust and limerence I'd never seen. Been a long walk home back to me, our curtain closed on a Wednesday night. You turned up tipsy Thursday evening, told me all about it Friday afternoon. You ain't believe me when I said I'm happy that you're having fun. Said my eyes looked like they wanted to say some. I said, my eyes are green, 'cause I eat a lot of vegetables, and it don't have nothing to do with your new friend. Last week, Wednesday, was our 2-week death anniversary. And I told myself it'd be the last time I said your name, and today is Wednesday again. And on Saturday, I realized you had new friends. On Monday, I found my pen pacing with its name in your mouth, mumbling about memories and the meaning behind metaphors. This manic child has lost her mind. I told her that I don't love you anymore, but yes, I do. I think loving you is wrong, but is it? Ooh, 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 ooh. And there's something so stupid about writing about lost love, eulogizing the living, mourning over niggas who ain't got a pot in they name to piss in, nor a table to bring shit to. Y'all, he had me feeling like I was not beautiful, tried to tell me I'm not cool, not stylish, not interesting, almost made me see me like he see him. So no, I don't love you anymore, but now I'm insecure and never knew that love did this. Ooh, 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 ooh. His presence feels like a shadowy plague, lingering over my poetry. Let it be known, he has no place here, no room beneath the teeth in my mouth. I am only saying this out loud, so I do not have to hear it again. This poem, it's just a means to an end, and I'm so confused because you tried to trick me, yeah, and ooh, 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 I never knew that love could hurt like this. Never thought I would, but I got dissed. Makes me feel so sad and hurt inside. I feel embarrassed, so I want to hide. And silly me, I thought your love was true, but I'm sillier if I act like that's the real issue. Before I heal, it is gonna be a while, 'cause I've been dating the same man in different fonts since I was a child. Divine destiny. Delayed, 'cause I'm denying my pain. You ever been too stubborn to cry? Too strong, friend, to admit that you loved hard and lost harder and don't feel better for it, but know that you are? Can sense in your gut that you are just a star collapsing in on herself, becoming brighter just to birth a brighter galaxy. You be a dying breed, and we need you to tell us it's okay to suffer loudly and say, I'm sorry, I loved you, and at first it was cool. And you told me you loved me too. And then you lost your love. Oh, then you lost your love. And then you lost your love. Oh, then you lost your love. Thank you. Thanks, guys. Thanks for holding space for my new shit. If you want to follow me, I'm on Instagram at Lainey the Poet. That's LANEYTHEEPOET. Yeah, thanks.
I get it. I get it. I get it. Lainey, she's in her own lane. I get it. I see that. I see it. I hear it. All right, let's keep it in motion. We're so close to this second section, guys. We are almost there. So on deck, we're gonna have Daniel Lateman. On deck, we're gonna have Daniel Lateman. Everyone, put your hands together. Make some noise for Brian Fernandez making his way to the stage.
All right. No, I just got here. Don't go. Don't go. Well, gotta focus in the moment. Right here. These are my people. If you look into the monitor, this is my chance to go into this dark void of time and space. Speaking of which, I'm an outdated guy doing old shit, but new and fresh. Okay, let's see. All right, Brian. Come on. I gotta remember what I gotta do. Gotta remember what I do. Gotta remember what I do. Okay, this is poetry in motion. Oh my gosh. Brian! Whoa, what's wrong with this guy? By the way, this is Brian. Brain with a Y. Why so many questions? Why? Philosophy. Don't follow it. You get lost. Oh, that's right. Oh, gotta go. What is he chasing? Is it money? Is it women? Come back here. Oh, yeah. No. Oh, is it the wheel of samsara? Oh my gosh. Oh, demons. Snakes. Huh? Are you still with me? Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Huh. All right, circles. Oh, Loisaida, why? Why did you let some crazy guy from the street, some weird clown run around like he's following some circus train of thought? Okay, the circus. I gotta give him what I got, which is my heart. I have to have heart. Huh? Boom! It's just a speaker. Nice. Right, a contained space. Right. Might be going crazy. It's all controlled. Am I right? Huh. Turn on. Technological malfunctioning. Oh. This is called what you get. I know. There. Okay, what is it? Let's go. America! Is this America? Or is America the land of a beautiful dream? I believe in America! America! Give me music, laughter, dancing, education, art and science! Music! What? Connect! Gotta connect the wires! Oh, what's this doing here? On the bird! What camera you? Woo! On the bird! These one, it's up to you. Or are those people still dead inside? If you're there, it's time to wake those spirits up. Oh, yeah. Woo! I'm about to die. Let's finish it. Ah! There's still plenty of time for that. All right. Whoop. Okay. All right. There's plenty of time. It's only the beginning. This guy will get good eventually. And that'll be giving you what I had. That's my time. I've seen the light. Have you?
You guys got a very rare art form. They don't make art like that no more. Like, no? You know? They don't make them like that no more.
If you can follow me.
Where can they find you, Brian?
On Instagram is Berber. Yeah. Easy one is, I'm here every Friday from 1 to 4. Doing my PTSD workshop. The PTSD stands for the Performers Tinker Shop Day. We come together, we collaborate, right? And
Here?
record some content here. Loisaida. We got ready for the Loisaida Festival. Come on. Yeah.
Here. Yeah, I heard that. Not here. Here. All right. Nice. Get some water, Brian. Brian, go to the water fountain. All right. No coffee for him. No. Who said give him coffee? Oh, it felt like coffee. Yeah, I thought you said give him coffee. No more coffee for Brian. You know, we got to get him a Celsius. No? Oh, you might be right. Chamomile. All right. So on deck, we got Jamal. Oh, okay. Oh, I was like, he came with the squad. All right. Before that, everyone put your hands together. Make some noise for Daniel Lateman making his way to the stage. Team Daniel.
Oh my God, Lainey came up and it's like, oh shit, that's gotta be the hardest act to follow. Yeah. What? All right, this is gonna be interesting. So one of my best friends voted for Trump recently. Yeah, he's been a grammar Nazi for years. We should have known. All right. I have a girlfriend now. Thank you. Yeah. Before that, I had like very little sexual experiences with before that, and you could tell because the first time she got on top of me, I said, "Jeepers!" But I do have schizophrenia, and in schizophrenia there are like these things called positive and negative symptoms, and positive symptoms are like adding things like the voices, and negative symptoms are like taking away from something from it. And people think that people with schizophrenia are awful at talking to people. I think we are the best at conversations. We don't even need another person. Now I understand what the first comic was dealing with. Did you? I recently lost 40 pounds. Don't clap, I just lost a bet in the UK. My grandparents just had their 70th anniversary. And like when my grandpa was younger, he was in the Navy. So I like to honor his memory by looking up the credentials of Captain Crunch at 2 a.m. I think the like saying is karma is a bitch, right? I think that's stupid. I think dogma should be a bitch. By the way, AC, can I also have the merch? The sweatshirt? Hey, all right. I'm just window shopping right now. You know what? You know what's fun? They said I'm really excited for good comedy today, and it's like, nope. But before my girlfriend, I tried asking out a woman, and she turned me down, and she like ignored my date ask out, and she went with a rapper instead. I'm like, turned down for what? My favorite joke from being a kid is why was 6 afraid of 7? 'Cause 7, 8, 9. I love that joke still because it is the best joke about cannibalism you will ever have. All right, I'm almost, yeah. Thank God. Yeah, no, I'm not. Remember when J.D. Vance called Trump Hitler Light? That is terrible. Nothing about that man is light. All right, one more, and I think it's ironic that the cheese least able to build something with is cottage cheese. All right. You can find me in the noose over there. All right. Yeah. All right. You can find me. You can find me alive at Dan_Layman_stand-up. Thanks, guys.
Nice. He was like, at the noose over there. I was like, not behind me. I was like, over where? Not behind me. We're gonna leave that to the universal language of silence, but I heard you, my bro. I heard you, my. All right. So on deck we have Malik Maseed. I said that right? Malik Maseed? Malik Maseed? Majid? Say it again? Majid. I'm so sorry. I'm going to show someone this because you didn't connect the G. I'm just saying because y'all swear it's me. I just had to look. I was like, was I? All right. I got you, though. Don't worry. That's my fault. That is my fault. All right. Without further ado, they looking at me like, yo, y'all better call his name. You know, I see y'all over there like, stop playing with us. Y'all better call him up here. We know he's next. So without further ado, everyone put your hands together. Make some noise for Jamal making his way to the stage.
Oh my God, it's Jamal. I know him.
You guys can hear me? Rummaging through an old bin of toys, my daughter uses her fingers to twilight through broken Barbies and Disney princess dresses. She stumbles across a keychain picture of herself, myself, and her mother. And although her mother and I are no longer together, I love this picture. It contains an image from a completely different time, a completely different world, the world where we were young and scared. A world where we couldn't keep hurting ourselves, so we hurt each other instead. We were smiling in this picture. The hurt hasn't happened yet, or it's happened already. We were forgivers in this picture. We kissed the wounds we created for ourselves. I bite you, you bite me. Sooner or later, all blood starts to taste the same. We lead into our vices instead of each other. We place the blame in rich soil that blossom into trees of resentments that I would pick her flowers from. We were happy in this picture. We tried our best just wasn't enough. We stayed together long after we knew the love had went extinct. We tried to raise our daughter in a home where every morning's breakfast tastes like last night's, questioning. I wonder if the neighbors can still hear us screaming over broken plates. We were fighters in this picture. We fought for each other. We fought with each other. To keep the baby asleep, we learned to yell through our tears. We screamed in our dreams and woke up exhausted. We were tired in this picture. Our family was small. Our dreams were big, too big to live in the same space peacefully. I'm not sure if I'm a father or a failure. I've given my daughter an incomplete childhood. She has two parents, just never in the same room. I wonder if she's ever tried to draw us back together in arts and crafts. The parents in this picture would make love in a bed made of shards of glass. They would cut each other just to see who would bleed out first. The sheets reeked of thoughts of other lovers, but the mother in this picture could smell the thought of another woman from a mile away. She spent her nights coping in clubs and cocktails, looking for the attention she couldn't get at home. The father in this picture wasn't in love enough to care. The person who took this picture took it at just the right angle. I mean, angel. I mean, how can you not believe in God when my daughter is the flower who grew out of my toxic waste of a masculinity? We were criminals in this picture. We picture framed each other for crimes we committed ourselves. We hung each other up on wanted posters just to find out we weren't who each other wanted. And now all I want is for both of us to find lovers who would love us in the ways we couldn't quite get right or figure out for each other. But until then, at least there's God. At least we still see our favorite parts run wild in someone else. I mean, our ending wasn't picture perfect, but at least we took that perfect picture. My name is Jamal. My Instagram is Sage the Racer. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, Uba, who's been teaching me. Oh, and the Modern Poet NYC. If you are a poet, I run a poetry page where you can get free content of yourself. Just hit up the page, the Modern Poet NYC, and we can set up some dates. Thank you.
The Modern Poet NYC. All right. We got to keep building community. We got to build it everywhere. We got to keep making it till they sick of us. You know what I'm saying? All right. So on deck, we're going to have TJ. We're already at the final ticket. So right after TJ is going to be Marcus Stokes. And then, oh, Marcus came with the crew. Whoa, my fault, Marcus. My bad. I said it right. Stakes? I said it right. Stokes? All right, I'm sorry. Yes, and then we are going to get right into it. And you know what I mean. So without further ado, everyone put your hands together. Make some noise for... No, not TJ. I said you ahead of the game. Look, you're not even listening to me. Come on. We know who it is, all right? Everyone make some noise for Malik Majid making his way to the stage. Can't even know.
Bismillah is how I start. The poem I bring tonight is called Mozart. Do you ever think you're living in a crafted illusion? At times when I converse with people, it seems as though they have accepted confusion. The moment people experience a state of quietness, they become aggravated, desiring and seeking to get intoxicated. What factors exist with structure such a mentality? Plotting to escape from a prison, famously known as reality. To begin, I question, what does Wolfgang Mozart mean to me? How am I affected by the child musical prodigy? When I think about an old-time musician, I view him as one cool cat. To ascribe this to Mozart, people see it as an insult. They would defend him, a matter of fact. Therefore, I know he will not know a clue about scat. Skip, skip, dee bop, the bop, the bop. In the 1770s and 80s, Mozart was an upcoming name by way of the royal courts seeking to be entertained. This was in Europe, not in America. During those years, my ancestors was experiencing hysteria, driven from the land, forced to abandon their traditions, with each one of us having to accept the English, Spaniard, or French American edition, changing the names of the lands and rivers to the English and French expressions, while Mozart was gaining popularity in his musical profession. Here in America, there exists a unique piano keystroke tone that could not be influenced by Mozart, who came from a mountainous region that was avalanche prone. Rumba, salsa, jazz, emitting sounds from an unknown chord. You know, every time it's heard, it's a person surprised and stating, "Good Lord." You know what I'm saying now when I present the question? How did Wolfgang influence the distinct James Brown percussion? We believe it's to have culture to preserve Amadeus' importance, while our history is hidden with plenty of distortions. When I think, what is it about Mozart that is such a historical fanfare? The fact Austria can claim to the world, yeah, we up in here. As a child, Mozart learned the art of forming thoughts of vibration into a written script, while they implied the American Indian sound was caused by a rum-drunken trip. Musical notes appeared like the form letters of D, P, and S. This historic sound still does not compare to Summer Madness. My mother yelled, "Everyone better get up!" one morning. When Ronald Bell starts to synthesize, we up eyes wide and begin to conforming. Gato Barberi and Al Jarreau is included in the archives of my mother. But the beginning horns of Summer Madness makes me taste rice and eggs toasted wheat with butter. Brother, can you relate to a place of rice and eggs? There's no way in worlds from any European time age. The flavor of the dish is unique in itself. Maybe that's the issue with mental health. People strive with a style that's not designed for their natural being. Now they are in a state of a psychotic fleeing. I give credit to Mozart for orchestrating various sounds of the violin. But have you ever witnessed any Mr. Smooth Dip with C minor playing while he's styling? Finally, I do not intend to put down Mozart, his achievement, nor his earned dedications. When Mozart was becoming famous, remember, our people's resisting enslavement and occupation. Peace. I wrote a book called Rock the Mic. You can find it on my website, malikhmajid.com, or you can follow me on YouTube with my podcast called Rock the Mic by Malik. Peace.
That hit me a little different. I actually been listening to classical music for like 3 weeks straight. So I was like, oh shit, yeah, man, I've been going crazy. Nothing like a good villain in classical music. I'll be making my eggs and rice like, they don't know that the black power is on the rise. You know what I'm saying? So, but you're right. What did Mozart ever do for me? Why do I even? So I feel that. So keeping it in motion. Sorry, that was my timer. I'll be timing everyone too. Okay, so on deck, we're going to have Marcus Stokes. Everyone put your hands together. Make some noise for TJ making their way to the stage.
I'm also from Jersey. And I got some new shit. Alright, so raise your hand if you're a superhero nerd in this room. 1, 2, 3. Just 3 of y'all? I bet. You don't count because I think I told you the answer yesterday. I'll give you $1 if you can count how many superheroes are in this piece. So, when I started poetry, I became a superhero. Like, respectfully, when I started this shit, you couldn't convince me that I wasn't Miles Morales. You know, half Taino, half nigga swinging into New York 5 days a week, and with the attention I've been getting, I may have even shot my web into a couple burrows. I know exactly what you're thinking. Peter, with great power comes great responsibility, and just because I have the ability to make an entire crowd wet with just my words doesn't mean I need to use that power for evil. But getting back on track, I let my pen and my tongue be the blade that helped me to slice into the scene like, man, I was a beast. Boy, you could have called me cyborg because the way I was moving, you would have thought that I was half machine. Like, I really started to have a stronghold on this shit once I set my sights sky high, and that's because I had a dream to fulfill. When that materialized the first time my pen touched my iron fist, and in that moment I had a vision of my origin story reaching rooms I have never been in, to watch people marvel at my work and see the venom I was spitting. But the difference between this and past dreams is I didn't want this to be another spout of wasted potential. And I knew I could do it this time because I watched enough Kim growing up to know that anything is possible. And after a while of living this endless dream, I learned that fate is a funny thing. Like, 1 second I was scared and lost, and the next I was Superman. And I could have soared through the clouds, making leaps and bounds once I found out I had this wonderful way with words, but my problem was self-doubt was my kryptonite. I guess that's why it took me over 1.5 years to start and finish my first piece, and even 8 months more to even begin another one. And then one day it's like a flip switched and a static shock happened in my brain, and then 2024 flashed by. Hold up. Oh, that cracked. And in that year, I became a war machine. Pieces flew out of my mouth like bullets. I bodied features in multiple states, and I may have even won a competition or two. And it's still strange to think that in that year, I've gained a community who has saved me way more times than I, them. And you know, actually looking back on it, I don't think I was a superhero at all. Poetry was, and my life was one of the many that it saved. Poem. Also, if y'all saw me tensing up, I need to hit the chiropractor respectfully. What's up? It's 2 different Spider-Man. But yeah, if y'all want to follow me, you can follow me at TONY9871. Again, Tony9871. And I also run a poetry collective called Poets Across Communities. One word. If y'all want to follow me, hit me. And yeah, I'm out. I'll be in the back.
This venom I am dripping. That the venom on. You could use it for evil, as long as it's not evil, like it, you know, like neutral evil. You know what I'm saying? But without further ado, we're down to our last person, and then we're gonna get to our special segment. Everyone, put your hands together, make some noise for Marcus Stokes, making their way to the stage to close us out right and tight.
I know they say don't bring sand to the beach, but at this age, the sands of time are impossible for me to separate from my clothes. I'm past hand-me-downs, currently at let me give you a hand. Pause. I mean, applause. Proud of y'all. I don't look at the youth with disdain, expecting the next generation to appreciate the nostalgia of my childhood is insane without the context of my childhood. Oh, my Wi-Fi-less childhood, when the only cell on my hip was in my hip, when the only chip on me wasn't in the phone, it was on my shoulder, in my bodega, 50 cent wise, when I was none the wiser. These times were the best of times, they were the worst of times, yet I somehow miss both. Interrogated by the youth I reflect, Arthurflect as I reflect, dragging a cigarette. This is something you wouldn't get unless you've seen a new episode of Fresh Prince premiered live on the NBC, or better yet, watch the You People Network. Shit, I was outside when you pee in the bed. Back then, when playing R. Kelly was something you didn't do in secret. When Cosby reruns ran frequent, Heathcliff playing pop, no pills pop, just pudding. Before Google and God merged companies, we asked Jeeves before Jesus. Genius meant genius and not some nigga that work at Apple. New niggas that ran out of time before you was in time out. We fucked around, but sometimes that was the only way to find out. We touched the ground, grounding before they were naming it. Nobody had to tell us to touch grass, we were laying in it, relay racing in it. If you missed a new episode of your favorite show, you had to wait a minute. Ray J made wait a minute. Jadakiss said, why did Bush knock down the towers? I said, wait a minute. Could it be the smell of Egyptian musk on 125th Street DVDs? 5%ers on the radio calling each other God was mainstream. No LCD screen, only tablets was Flintstone. You either had to be bored or read. I heard Biggie breathe. He passed. I bereaved. Puffy fell off the bike. I believed he grieved. Now I don't know what to believe. But I do believe that these children are the future, not because they've showed any particular promise, just that's the way time works. No, I kid, and I believe these kids are also the past, ancestors reborn on earth to heal the hurt, to generate a generation sans the generational curse. James Baldwin said, I can't be a pessimist because I'm alive. So if the children aren't the future, I'd rather believe the lie. I'd rather opt for optimist than opposing, opposition, opposite. Nah, I'm with them. I'll bring my sand to the beach because time is money. And I'm blessed to have a New York minute to spend. My sand's the baddest beach you'll ever see. This counter to my beliefs in my teens. Porn showed me too much. Porn showed me everything but love. So I wanted everything but love. I need insatiable appetite, parasite I couldn't feed. Full of shit, cleanse, gut clean. Now it's gut wrenching when she leaves. Root, sacral, solar plexus realigned. I breathe different, like Ace after the robbery. Cupid hit me, but niggas get shot every day. B, y'all faking the funk, I'm embracing the unk. Grays didn't cut, grateful for days I've seen a raising of the sun, waning of the moon rays. Didn't succumb to full moon werewolf transformation. No dates turned thriller for a young lady I came with. I am not one of these walking, talking dead, though they think they're living. I'm living, I'll live, I've lived long enough to know life's a beach. Yeah. My name Marcus Stokes. You can find me on IG _Marcus_Stokes. You can find all my music on all streaming platforms under Marcus Stokes, and also under 21 grams. Thank you.
I don't know. The features coming up, I don't know. The people coming up to battle, listen. All I'm saying is we had some battlers in here, man. I don't know. Some of these people got to step up to the mic. But without further ado, let's get it on. I want to make some noise, show some love to McPherson, making his way to the stage. We're going to bring it into the next segment. You know how we get it. Without further ado.
Oh, I appreciate it. It's whatever, man. All right, y'all. Yo, give it up for all of the performers you heard so far. Y'all. So, y'all, this is my first time at this event, but I know that the open mic is an incredible community. Is this anybody's first time here? It's just me. Oh, okay, some newcomers. Where the regulars at? Yeah. Okay, what up, regulars? What up, regulars? Well, whether you're a newcomer, an old comer, or anywhere in between, I just want to thank you guys for letting the slam part of the Nuyorican community come through to be a guest tonight. It's a really emotional night. I'm not even gonna hold you. I was gonna try to bury this, but I'm really emotional tonight. Like, oh my God, I'm gonna try not to cry. No, I'm not gonna cry, Ugbo. I'm not gonna cry. I'm super not. Oh, don't you make me do it. Don't you do it. Oh, you know I will. No, but guys, it's emotional for me because tonight is officially the end of the 2024 Slam season. And all of the business will be concluded tonight. And okay, whatever, who cares? But this is the first Slam season that the Nuyorican has had, I believe, since 2018, right? So it's been a long time. And there was a time where the Nuyorican was the most feared name in Slam. And they when they would lose to us, they would make excuses for why they lost to us. And then the following year, they would make poems that were accidentally an homage to us. And eventually, it just got a little mind-numbing giving this free workshop to poets across the nation. I know I'm not being very charming, but like the truth isn't always charming, you know? And like, yeah, it just got exhausting. And we were like Raven Simone steering the Titanic. You know, it's just like no one knows that like we're like guiding us around these obstacles, and they break in and like, why are you in the cockpit? It's like, all right, cool, head to the iceberg then, right? So we stopped going, and I needed that, but I started to miss it very deeply. And then one day, it was around Christmas in 2023, I received a call from the executive director of the Nuyorican Poets Cafe, La Bruja. Please give it up for her, the big boss. And Bruja is always like able to shine when she hosts, no matter like what is going on. And I am not, but I'm gonna try to be happy soon, because you know I try to be as good of a host as she is, maybe one day. But she wanted me to come and host the slam stuff, and I said okay, but I want to bring back the slam season, and thus the Nuyorican Poets Cafe Slam team. And she said, done, history made. Oh my goodness. But she was like, but I want you to win. And I was like, oh, okay, that's very interesting, because like the people we will be competing against have been together for years, and they've been grinding so hard. Like they were slamming, a lot of them even during 2020. Like 4 teams, they're like, no, we're the best. So it's like, oh God, okay, go for it. It was really like that. So like, but I tried to explain like maybe this is just like the year we get started. She was like, nah, win, we're the Nuyorican. And I was like, all right. So I made a lot of phone calls, so many phone calls. I was begging people that I thought I would never beg to be on the slam team. I was begging people that I knew I would always beg to be on the slam team. And man, I call people who I've helped throughout the years, who I thought were my friends. Turns out they are actually my deep enemies, and I've been doing so much to help them and never asked for anything in return. It was very emotional. But after all those phone calls, no, I just want to tell you, like, guys, a lot went into this. And eventually I found the perfect team, and I would like, the perfect team, actually. And I would like to introduce some of this team to you now. Please welcome to the stage, Ugba and Somebody's Mama.
Sit the fuck back.
This ain't no act.
I've been in rooms with pens.
Click.
Clack. I've been in rooms with pens.
That could push your cat back blue.
Or black ballpoint.
And we came to pen them out.
The pretenders.
The point puppets.
Pushing poems disguised as prayer, knowing.
It's bullshit.
Growing up, I knew a girl that could turn the room red just by the mention of her father's breath.
I knew a boy who could chemo the cancer out of his grandmother into a fist fight with a stanza.
Heavy-handed warriors, teenagers out ink a whisker onto Ellen Poe's nose. A disrespectful type, the kind to write a sky into your chest and act how it feels to be a verb. Can turn
haiku into slam. Could sonnet a song a city sings
anywhere there was applause was my home. I knew pens drunk off levitating. Pens that are cursive, yet plain text just for hesitating. There was a gut that wouldn't let the ink dry if the words were lazy.
I've come alive in battles.
A gunfight.
Where your favorite opponent was a best writer or your friend?
Or both. I knew pens that lingered a little longer after the slams. Pens thirsty for anyone left over to compliment their writing. I knew that because that was my pen.
I've been in rooms with pens that made me wish myself a notebook. A safe space where we learn how the pen goes boom.
Scribbling a verse shoulder to shoulder with divinity, trying to get something to cook hot enough to get fanned down. It was a witchly time back then. Niggas scoring 10s from chain car passengers, spitting like we made rent, but still needed money to eat.
We were starving, but took pride in the hunger. We were tryhards.
Calling the stage home because home Rome had too many stages.
Too many shifts and imbalances.
So in metaphor, I found equilibrium.
I bulletproof my cerebrum.
I would split a desert through your granny's back porch. It was a warrior type thing. My everything is your everything. My mama's bottle
versus your daddy's needle.
I promise you.
I'm making it out of this room because it's
never about the points
and only about the poetry.
It's mightier than the praise.
Than a win.
Than a rush of dopamine.
It's I'll be back.
It's I'll be better.
It's how we sharpen the tongue.
How we ready the word for war.
How we honored to be shot down.
Friendly fire. How we comrade. We the ooh, the ah, the wow. We the
say it louder for the bitches in the back. Spitfire.
Spitfire. Talk your shit. We all the front row.
The clap that causes the score creep.
We ain't worried about the cameras.
We know the revolution will not be televised.
Or viral.
We're small enough to fit on your iPhone. We spit the spook.
And this is how we tied. How we pay rent for the place in the prophecy we hold. We are the echo that calls you back to purpose. Like, shut the fuck up.
Sit the fuck back.
This ain't no act.
The real pens are back.
All facts.
No cap.
Clap for that.
Every family got a matriarch that seeded the ground before we knew what walking was. Before there were straight paths and a family tree with enough fruit to feast from. There was a woman with her hands in the soil, a green-thumbed goddess who rooted what she had but could see what she couldn't. Before there wasn't
us, there were words, sometimes belted in a moonlight frenzy. Sometimes whispered in a back glass swig of a dark liquid. No matter their circumstance, each utterance solidified the myth of our arrival. Each ritual towards reincarnation completed our circle. Each song sung towards freedom, calciumed a cartilage in our vertebrae. Our ancestors saw us before we existed, dreamt us up before I appeared.
They cornrowed their hair a map towards me. Some call it foresight.
How we alchemized the night, how we bright the black.
I say their eyes were watching God.
That there was nowhere to look but ahead.
Our ancestors were right about us.
They said we'll be a daring fire.
An endless strategy. A sacred source. The
The
people
end
death couldn't hold.
We remember whose we were, untangle ourselves from the white imagination.
And breathe a good air we would dare.
Find the truth and become it.
I'm a testimony no thief can take.
Talk to them.
A modern day miracle making the devil mad, direct descendant of Eden.
I was born from the womb of a garden. What catastrophic miscalculation to query a queer nigga on God. I etched the evergreen from the poison pot.
Okay.
I zenith the zeitgeist. You called us weeds, but we are beautiful black blooms, barrier breaking and earth shaking. I split heaven into two dubs. Write a third testament as I smoke a blunt.
Damn. You spent centuries trying to kill us and we multiply? That's some
supernatural shit. How does it feel to know my lineage got the ether in it?
Star dust in heaven's hand, all in the mix.
The water wasn't always troubled, at least not for folding chair swinging niggas like me who swim with Tim boots and a taste for white meat.
Not for a girl like me who turned her tears to well water.
Could river any drought. NYC's earth shakes in the news acts.
Where are all the prophets at?
And I'm like, can you not hear me?
Ain't my presence a praise song?
They said a mighty generation will materialize.
And
holy hell, they were right. We break your curse. We unburden our brethren. We unshackle our good sis. Our ancestors were correct. You think a black woman's rock bottom ever was in vain? It was us all along, the perilous and luscious. It is us. It is us. It is us. Here for what is ours.
So that was some of our slam team. There's one more member who goes by the name of Solar Kush. Now, Solar Kush, like I had it in the back of my mind. Like I'm so thankful that everything that I want is back. Thank you, La Bruja, for that. But okay, but you gotta win. You gotta win. So I had a secret weapon. I knew that if we could get at least one of our poets to final stage, then we might have a shot of actually making that very impossible demand come to fruition. And she got on final stage, and then she tied for first place. And we were trying to think, okay, should we split the tie? And I hearkened back to this poem by Brittany Barker that served as our North Star. What's the key line from that poem? What's the last line? Some of y'all are doing poetry. Where's the camera? Some of y'all are doing poetry for attention, and I'm here to let you know there are better ways to get it. So I know for a fact the best way to do the best work is to put the ego aside. So, and that really comes to a head when it's like, do we break this tie? I'm pretty sure we can win it, but should we break it? Harkening back to our North Star poem, Sola made the very magnanimous decision to share the tie, right? And this brought the first place trophy from this tournament to the Nuyorican Poets Cafe, and it was very historic. And I couldn't be more proud. And then, but for some reason, the rule to get back on the team again was you have to place top 4 in our Grand Slam at the end of the year. And Sola Kush was unable to do that, but that's okay, because that means that somebody from the community would have an opportunity to challenge Sola Kush for her position. And the poet who earned that honor this year is an amazing poet by the name of John Burke. Now, yeah, give it up for John. He's amazing. Amazing artist. Now, we love John Burke. We also love all of our future challengers. Even though it's like we love Sola and we honor her historic victory, we also honor all the challengers and the people who will be in the team, for years and years to come. So John Burke represented the change, because eventually the page will turn. John Burke, are you here? Sola Kush, are you here? Yes. Okay. So, it took a lot because I worked with Sola Kush for a year, but I had to make myself neutral, because every slammer works really hard on their craft and deserves a neutral host who doesn't do things to help one person win. So I had to get equally okay with either Sola or John Burke joining us on the team. Because again, even though we love Sola, John Burke represents everybody who will be on the team in the future, because this is how you get on the team going forward. And I got centered, and I even spoke with Sola. We were all okay no matter how it goes. And I spoke with John, and he wanted it very, very much. And the conversation I had with Sola is the same conversation I had with John. You're both very talented. You're both full of passion. So poetry is going to decide it for us tonight as we battle it out with our craft. And I'm not very spiritual, but I'm spiritual when it comes to poetry. I can do all things through poetry that strengthens me, right? And I think poetry has already made its decision. So John Burke has the flu, unfortunately. Yeah, it sucks, because I was looking forward to this battle so deeply. But maybe that virus is a metaphor for poetry making that choice for us. Maybe that virus, get well soon, John. Like, honestly and truly, we love you and we hope to see you at Slam soon, very, very soon. But perhaps this sickness is poetry saying, let's not disrespect Sola Kush's very historic victory. It was so hard to make a team. It was so hard for us to be a team, much less get a victory. And she did it. She did it. So, Sola Kush, if you'll have us, I'd like to invite you back without a fight. Is that okay? Yeah? Okay. But I would also, I want to invite the team to help me with this. Please welcome to the stage to help invite Sola. Give it up for Ugba, y'all, one of our Slam team members.
also very emotional, so that's fine. I'm like that. So like before Sola went up to represent all of us at final stage, because we fought so hard and we didn't make it as a team, but Sola put us on her back. And before that, virtually, McPherson was like, this is what you do. First of all, set me up on the camera. So it's like, we set McPherson up. He's like, I want you all to say a poem into Sola, to give her that energy, to like spit it like you are spitting it, like you understand what this is for, and you want Sola to understand it. So we're offering that to you as you move back into this team. We're gonna pour this into you. And Sola, I'm so glad. I'm just happy. I'm gonna do the poem though. Also, you're the first person I told I was writing this shit to. I was keeping it on the low, but I could not hold it for Sola. I was keeping it on the low, but I told her, but you haven't heard it yet. I say I'm only here for bad bitch shit. And this time, I mean it. Foxy Brown down to the Kim and them. Queen L and Lauren, UNITY. UNITY, that's for unity. And this is for the women MCs. Light as a rock, ass so big like the sun. She who elementals the alphabet. She who lunar bends the 16. She who brings blood to the teeth. This is for my girlies, women, ladies, bad biddies with the pristine word economy. How you do that. Roxanne Shante was only calf high to a light pole when she started cutting men down with a verse. First, to do niggas dirty on wax as she soaked her laundry. The history of femcs is a coven of slick night women who understood the terrain. New tracks needed bars, so they trained Lady of Rage. Rough and stuff in my afro puffs. This is a piece for my appreciation. Miss Ma'am, I took my time with this one. Kept something tucked in the holster for the thick hip wordsmiths. If it wasn't Nikki with the imagery, it's No Name with the framing. Who here can say they weren't birthed by a rap vixen sentence? Lady Chirac from the Bronx touched a razor to a tongue, and all the kiddies sang along, an oceanic influency, a Lamaze breath over a Timberland beat. Beep, beep. Who got the keys to the Jeep? Missy's mystique, all heavy metal and reflective like Azalea banked on. What we talking about? Pretty dangerous. Thorn on a flower shit. This is for the women who crack through the concrete too. This is for 40 bars, Jazz the rapper, E Heart and official battle rap sirens who dare to speak with a bullet between their teeth. Doechii, Cardi, Pebbles, P, and Eve. This is a respect thing. Hey, I took time with these verses, sis, I promise this, because a man should do it. All respect to 21 Sav, but what about Tierra Whack? I should be on some like, I matriculate a dinner plate. 5 guys, let's make it 8. 8 off the swastika homemade lasagna. I speak this because my mother probably could have been a rapper too if she didn't have a man squeezing the wrist of her writing hand. But it's 7 p.m. Friday. It's 95 degrees. I ain't got no nigga, and no nigga ain't got me. Psych, I got you, sis. Tuck so picturesque pretty in this verse. Niggas finna bow when they hit us and let a froggy jump when I rib it. I'll peel the skin from a verb with the quickness. Don't be ignorant. You can't love hip hop and not love black women, but this isn't a piece so the voiceless can speak. It is simply an acknowledgement of history. Megan got shot by Tory, and some of my brothers blame everything but that man's finger, and I can't quite put mine on it either. I pull this from the depths of Sheether, an ode to the rap girls I call home. August, Reggie, and Black Mary, may your gravitas drag these niggas by their collar part. Dead ass. Love to you.
Y'all, thank you so much, Ugba. Originally, my plans, because it was gotta win, was to have an all-woman team, because over the years, I've seen that that's probably the best shot we have for a victory. But all the women were like, no, we want a dude, and they suggested Ugba. And I said, okay, if Ugba can win a slam at the Bowery, then he's in. And so he signed up. He went first. And then, did you get like what was it, a perfect score that you got? closer. Either way, he won going first in a slam of 15 people, which is extremely hard. So, and then he came up. He was like, "So we good?" I was like, "Yeah, we're totally fine, actually." All right. The next person helped bring Sola back to the team last year. She was my number one pick that I wanted on the team. She wanted to be on New Jeru, our friendly neighbors, because they got second place. They're very good. They have one of the best poets in the game, Roddy, as their coach. So I completely get it. And I said, listen, as long as you go and compete, whether it's with us or with them, I'm happy, right? And it ended up, she was on our side. At the end of it, we went up against New Jeru, and with respect, that went how that went. And no, it just went how it went. You know what I mean? That could mean anything, right? Much respect to New Jeru, our friends over there. But this year, we have the honor of being this poet's first choice. It's funny what can change in a year. Please welcome Brittany Barker.
I'm gonna be honest. I feel like some of y'all are doing poetry just for attention. Don't really need a lifeline or a hand that saves you every time. Some of y'all will put your teeth in any neck if blood was clout. Wolves using trauma as sheepskin, I peep. The poem for points as poets, performing pain for praise, false prophets, fiending for fandom, itching for influence, and using the stage in vain. How dare y'all? Cry on command, crooks. Bargaining blasphemy for belonging. I call your bluff. Counterfeit copywriters co-opting spoken word for cameras. Where the real poets at? The writers who could say we were saved by stanzas, this gift more than gab. I've been looking for the poets who don't care about followers, who put the poem before the price tag, who surrender as vessel of God to shake a room, y'all. What are we doing poems for if not that? If not bridging what was, what's now, and everything beyond us? This magic, it ain't nothing to play with. It ain't something to mock and maim your 3-minute cry to fame with. It's the reason some of us still breathe. It's the fountain we sip from. It's how we heal the hurt and hallow the horrors into hallelujahs. It's how the spirit handles us and how heaven keeps its hand on us. If I'm being honest, it's hard to find us in the new age crowd of vultures who want to go viral or virus. A real poet pandemic, pens infected these days. I want to call on Zora, Alicia, Miles, Carvins, and ask them when we bring in the insurrection, we're the legends. The writers who don't need a stage but respect it anyways. Who revered the page before there were accolades. I'm just saying. Some of y'all are doing poetry just for attention, and I'm just here to let you know that there's plenty of other ways to get it. Yeah. Sola, welcome back to the team.
Brittany Barker, yeah! Oh my gosh, I'm so glad we get to work together again. All right, y'all. There's one more poet who's going to send their energy into Sola before she closes us out with a poem. Y'all, this poet was the first poet to win a slot on the team. And after she won, she was like, I don't know if I can do this no more. This was so hard. I don't know if I got it in me. Oh my God, I don't know. And I was like, oh my goodness. How do you win and you upset like you lost? Like, I gotta stay in the lab. I gotta go harder. I'm like, yeah, but you didn't lose. You didn't lose, man. That's how I be when I lose a slam. She won. It's like, oh my God. All right. And yo, it was an honor to coach this poet. Oh my God, but it was so difficult. At one point, I had to bet her $5,000. There a lot went into coaching this poet. Oh my God, it was so much fun. All right, this year it's $10,000. I hope you're ready. And then it all worked out pretty well because she ended up being the champion of the whole season. Please welcome your Nuyorican Grand Slam champion, somebody's mama.
Abisala, I love you so deeply. I'm so happy and honored to call you my teammate for a second year. The Nuyorican is so very blessed to have you. All right, I'm gonna spit a poem or whatever.
Talk to her.
My mama used to say, girl, if you stand still long enough, God will call you to move. And my mama ain't no lie. I mean, for 13 years, I sat in the belly of a whale. I was swallowed her, waiting until God came, troubled the water. Which, if said plainly, means for 13 years I refused to write. Because I was convinced that points outweighed my testament. See, points are synonymous with doubt. Doubt is synonymous with fear. Fear quiets the glory in the girl, and Pandora's the poet's testimony. To do either is blasphemous. To do either is to question the resurrection. I stopped writing because the applause did not last long enough for me to truly feel my shit. I got drunk off the shake of the stage. Once upon a block somewhere in the Bronx, God gave me a purpose. I could pour all my hunger into. I was hungry or empty, and he filled the void with a lover or a book. A hero or a language that understood just how hungry broke bitches from the Bronx be. I was sure I was from the block, and a bitch with too much to say, and I felt like no one heard me, like a waste of breath, which, if said plainly, means I allowed my ego to create a crucifix on which I took God's gifts in vain. To do this is synonymous with silence. Silence is an immaculate excuse. The poet calls it writer's block. The girl calls it 9 to 5. Both are root words for standing in your own way. Both are root words for a faulty faith. For 13 years I was hearing that in the name tag. I was 37-hour weeks talking shit about the poems I wrote on my break. I was calling myself a fraud, convinced that I could feel the hunger I felt with the busy of a temporary life. I swallowed my purpose, a trespass against myself. I was swallowed or waiting or standing in my own way. Until God came, troubled the water. He sent the poet a microphone and the girl a mountain that would not move, until I became synonymous with surrender and remembered to praise every day I live a life worth writing about. Praise the hunger and the empty, how I stayed busy enough to make God laugh. To be both girl and poet is a praise dance. Which is to say, my mama ain't no lie. Faith is blind. I close my eyes, I see me clear. For 13 years, I stood still. And then God came and moved everything.
Come on! Mama, you got a hug there. Don't miss your hug opportunities. You don't come every day. So y'all, you've heard from everybody on the Slam team except for tonight's winner by default, but also winner by destiny, and also winner by poetry, and also winner by historic victory. Please show some love. Welcome back to the Slam team, Solo!
Thank you. Wow. I don't even know what to say. I really don't know what to say. Real hot girl shit. Every other song borders on being absolutely horrendous dating advice. A baddie battle cry declaring war on certified fuckboys, vixen vigilantes vowing to leave balls on blue and blue text on red. In one playlist, I learned how to make men feel like small gods. Alter, then alter my body, remove those ribs, snatch this waist, just to give them something to pray to and later pray on. Get in your bag, hot girl. Birkin body, baby, the one with the CCs, the LVs, the IVs. Show them you got that drip, hot girl, beware. They will try to cuff you, claim you. You belong to no one, hot girl, not even yourself. Real hot girl shit was hot girl supposed to be the antithesis to loneliness, a synonym for safe. Real shot girl shit. Meg gave us an armor that couldn't even protect her. They picked bullet fragments from all of our feet. Women so used to walking on shells, guess no one told us the real price of red bottoms. Real shit. Hot girls just passed around like restaurant wrecks. No, there's no such thing as a free lunch. Their anime is Dragon Balls. Our anime had to eat the cake. No, I'm not a snack or a meal or the table. I'm a human tired of being eaten alive. Real hot girl shit. No one is hot enough to make a gun jam. Hotness never made a cheater stay faithful. Ain't enough heat to keep away all this greed. Bad boys will still drag you by your leave out. And what's a brush fire when hot girls have to constantly bob and weave with really good knees, brushes with death? No, hot girl. You are not spotting. There's a beam trained on all of us. Real hot girl shit. Starting to sound like a hot girl grift. Like, shit, it's getting real hot girl. Like, we living in our own hell. Like, gotta be lady in the streets and biggest freak in the sheets, even at our own autopsy. Turn us head turners into tourniquets. Sell us concealer for the concerning. It's just bags and bundles, blasphemy. But as for me, I'm removing my hot girl mask. I want to be able to unsuck your dick and my stomach when I'm at the pool or the gym. I want to be able to afford even the most random pleasure purchase on a whim. I want to stand by what I said regardless of who it means I lose. I want to enjoy cooking and cleaning, but only when and because I choose. I want to find gray hairs in places I didn't expect to and not deflate. I want to exist somewhere between being a city girl and head of state. I want to show my cards and not be taken advantage of. I want a non-familial emergency contact. I want it to be okay to look like me. I want to unhook the hinge, hiding all my lady bits, remove my wig, and know that you won't once wince. I don't want to have to fly or be fly just to belong somewhere. I want nice things too. I want a new pair of fly thigh-high boots. I want to travel somewhere warm, sunset christening the water. I want to hear the enunciation of love spoken in every tongue. I don't care about the ring. But I do just want to be asked. I wanted to not be brave or vulnerable, just to say, yeah, I want to be a mom someday. Do not mistake my frustrations for mutiny. I do not blame the musician. I write these words because I wish there were more anthems for people with my aesthetic. All I'm saying is let Megan be the stallion, just not the standard. Okay. I really don't know what to say. It's so crazy. It's also being live streamed. Yeah, right. I want to thank all of you for being here. I thank all of you for like your support, your love, like for supporting the team. I thank the Nuyorican for the opportunity. I thank Tony for hosting us, my team. Like, as Tony alluded to, I fought to be on this team last year. Like, I slammed many times to be on this team. I came here tonight with the full intention of slamming again to be on this team. And to have things work out the way that they did, and even to put a pin in that, and just to like also acknowledge John, if you are watching, like it would have been such an honor, and I was so looking forward to getting to share the stage with you and getting to hear your work. And yeah, I just appreciate him so much as an artist. Like anyway, you know, I really want to work with you, so we'll get that sorted off stage. Yes. But I do want to thank him for lighting the fire back in me and even allowing me to come to this space with the mindset of the way I was coming at Slam was like full of anxiety. I was so desperate to win. And I think what John put in me, or rather I'll say I was so afraid to lose. I won't even say I was desperate to win. I was so afraid to lose, and that was what was motivating all the moves I was making. And John taught me to be excited to win, and just to be excited to show up, and to be excited to share my art and share the stage. So I thank him for putting that back into me and giving me a different way to approach my art again. And I won't keep rapping, but I'm just so like, I'm so honored. I'm so honored to be on the team and to represent you all. And yeah, I don't know. I don't have the right words to say, but I'm really, really grateful. Thank you. Thank you all so much.
Give it up for Solo one more time, y'all. Yeah. Yes, John, thank you for sending your energy into this team. You've already made such a positive change. Would have been so cool to watch you guys do battle, but thank you for what you've given us, and we hope that you join us. But I also hope that all of you consider joining us, joining the Slam. You guys win. You can, this year it's Sola Kush. Next year it could be you. I'm so grateful that you allowed us to be a guest today. And I'm going to talk to Soul. We're going to figure out some ways to get some of y'all some spotlight shows at the event that I host, which is the Final Friday Slam. We want to continue to build. We don't just want to take. We also want to give to the open mic community as well. So give it up for all the open micers that you heard today. Fire. And we hope to continue to build. Brujas, anything? What's up?
Aww.
Yeah. And Bruja, thanks again for making it all possible. You know, you'll give it up for the executive director, the big boss. All right, y'all. All right. So, is there anything else I need to say? Yeah. All right, y'all. Y'all have been amazing. You ain't got to go home, but you got to get going. I'll see you at Final Friday.